Let's take a look at number 3, which is the question about what is called a hypergeometric probability distribution. Let's take a look at how this works. All right, a bunch of flowers contains 8 roses, 6 daisies, and 5 sunflowers. So if we're to pick 5 flowers from this set, right, that's a total of 19. 8 plus 6 plus 5 is 19. So if we're to pick 5 out of these 19 flowers, what is the probability that we pick 3 roses, 1 daisy, and 1 sunflower in that group of 5? Now what we're going to do is basically count the number of ways we can do each of these scenarios. So that is choosing our 5 flowers with these restrictions. And since they're broken up by group, that means we're going to calculate them by group. The first one here is for the roses, right? There are 8 roses, it says here, and we're trying to find how many ways we can pick 3 of those roses. And since we're assumed that each rose is the same, doesn't make a distinction between them, the order doesn't matter, right? So that's going to be 8 choose 3, which works out to be 56 after being put into this formula. After that, we're looking at daisies. There are 6 of them, and we want to find how many ways we can choose 1 of them. Daisies. So that's going to be 6 choose 1. 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 1 factorial, 1 factorial, that's going to equal 6. After that, 5 choose 1, because there's 5 sunflowers and we want to know how many ways we can choose 1 of them. Put that into our combination formula and you get 5 for the sunflowers. Last up, we're going to calculate amongst these 19 flowers how many ways we can just choose 5 at random. Right, that's going to be 19 choose 5. So 19 factorial over 19 minus 5 factorial times 5 factorial. And that's going to work out to 11,628. In your TI-84, you can calculate all of these combinations by hitting 19 and then math, moving over to PRB, moving down to NCR and hitting enter. Ooh, there's an advertisement. Hopefully we can X out of that soon. And that's going to be 19 choose 5. Now you should do this on your calculator. Sometimes you have to press the 19 first. Sometimes you have to do the NCR first and then put the 19 and the 5 in. Right? Figure out how your calculator works so that you can calculate this accurately and get the 11,628 number. So since we're finding a probability, that means our answer is going to be 56 times 6 times 5. That is the product of all 3 of these combinations divided by the choice without restrictions. Right, we are calculating how many ways this scenario can happen, and we're dividing it by the total number of scenarios that there are. And that's going to be 1,680 over 11,628. Part B asks the same type of problem, just with a different restrictive scenario. How many ways can we pick 2 roses out of the 8 given? That's going to be 8 choose 2. There's going to be 28 ways for that to happen. How many ways can we pick 0 daisies out of the 6 that are given? 6 choose 0 is equal to 1. How many ways can we pick 3 sunflowers out of the 5 sunflowers given? That's going to be 10 ways for that to happen. We're still picking 5 flowers from the 19, so 19 choose 5 is still 11,628. So this time we're multiplying 28 times 1 times 10, and then 11,628 on bottom. Our answer is 280 over 11,628.